Have you ever found yourself squinting a little more in the sunlight? Or perhaps faces seem a tad blurrier than they used to, and reading, even for short periods, leaves your eyes feeling strained and tired? You might brush it off as just another part of getting older, a natural consequence of the years passing. But what if I told you that the real thief of your clear vision isn't necessarily age or the hours you might or might not spend in front of screens? What if the culprit is lurking, innocently, on your dinner plate? As a surgeon who has dedicated decades to caring for older adults, I'm speaking to you today not from a place of professional detachment, but with a profound urgency that comes straight from the heart. Seniors, my friends, I am imploring you, please listen closely. There are 5 common vegetables that, when prepared or consumed in certain ways, could be silently, insidiously destroying your precious eyesight. I've seen it far too many times in my practice. Vibrant, clear-minded older patients, otherwise in good health, who began to experience a slow, quiet decline in their vision. I remember one dear woman, Mrs. Eleanor, who tearfully told me she could no longer make out the features of her beloved grandson's face in the soft morning light. Her world was dimming, not because of a diagnosed eye disease, but, as we later discovered, due to seemingly harmless vegetables she ate regularly, prepared in ways she trusted for years. But here's the hopeful truth: it's not too late to make a change. Today, I'm not just going to scare you, I'm going to empower you. I will walk you through these 5 specific vegetables you need to be wary of, starting not someday, but now. We'll discuss why spinach leftovers can be a hidden danger, how raw kale in your healthy smoothie might be backfiring, the treacherous side of tasty pickled vegetables, the risk of consuming garlic in high doses, and why that convenient can of corn might be stripping your vision. And most importantly, we'll also uncover which vegetables truly heal and protect your eyes. The last one on our avoid list is particularly sneaky, and you absolutely want to hear about it. Before we dive into this crucial information, if you believe in taking proactive steps for your health and value insights like these, I urge you to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It's the best way to ensure you never miss another piece of advice designed to help you live your best, healthiest life. And as we go through this, I have a question for you. What's one change you've made to your diet in recent years that you feel has positively impacted your health? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Friends, putting together this information, digging through research, and making it accessible and understandable takes a significant amount of dedication and effort. We pour our hearts into this because we genuinely believe in empowering you with knowledge. If you find value in what we do, the most wonderful way to show your support is by subscribing to our channel. It's completely free, and it helps us immensely in reaching and helping more people just like you. Now, let's get to it. Spinach leftovers, a hidden danger in your fridge. There's something undeniably comforting about spinach. It's vibrant green, tender when cooked, and has long been hailed as a nutritional powerhouse, especially for older adults aiming to boost their iron intake and eat clean. You'll find it nestled in omelets, stirred into soups, layered in pasta dishes, and even baked into those creamy traditional casseroles passed down through generations. But here's the critical detail that often goes unnoticed. That bowl of leftover spinach you conscientiously saved and reheated for lunch might be silently waging a war against your eyes, one forkful at a time. When spinach is cooked, cooled, and then stored, particularly overnight in the refrigerator, a subtle but significant chemical transformation begins. Spinach is naturally rich in nitrates. Upon reheating, especially after a period of storage, these nitrates can convert into nitrites. These nitrites are compounds that may significantly increase oxidative stress within your body. In simpler terms, they can damage the tiny, delicate blood vessels, the capillaries, that are responsible for nourishing your retina. Over time, this cumulative damage can contribute to conditions like macular degeneration, manifest as blurred vision, cause difficulty adjusting to bright light, and even lead to a gradual, often painless loss of sight. This isn't just a theoretical concern, it's a reality I've encountered in my practice. I've consulted with patients in their late 70s and 80s who meticulously avoided excessive screen time, never read in dim light, and had no history of diabetes, yet their vision was mysteriously declining. As we delved into their daily routines and dietary habits, a recurring pattern often emerged: the regular consumption of reheated spinach dishes several times a week. They did it with the best intentions, to save time, conserve money, or simply avoid food waste. And I completely understand that. None of us want to discard perfectly good food, especially something as seemingly innocent as a dish of sautéed spinach. But I urge you to ask yourself this: is that scoop of leftovers truly worth risking the ability to see the cherished faces of your loved ones, the beauty of a sunset, or the words in your favorite book? The real challenge of aging isn't just about what we inevitably lose. It's about what we unknowingly surrender by clinging to habits that no longer serve our well-being. And if this is the potential issue with spinach, you might be wondering about other healthy greens. For instance, what about that raw kale you've been diligently adding to your morning smoothie? The answer might just surprise you. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, please type a 1 in the comments below. It lets me know you're engaged and that this information is resonating. Now, let's move on to our second vegetable. Raw kale in smoothies, not always so green for your vision. Kale has ascended to superstar status in the health food world. It's plastered across senior wellness magazines, prominently displayed in grocery store flyers, and lauded as a superfood brimming with fiber, calcium, antioxidants, and essential vitamins. It's no surprise, then, that so many older adults, eager to maintain their mental sharpness and physical energy, have incorporated raw kale into their daily smoothie regimens. But what if I told you that this vibrant green drink, consumed too frequently in its raw state, might be slowly, subtly dulling your vision? The truth is, raw kale, when consumed in large quantities regularly, can interfere with your body's ability to absorb crucial minerals necessary for protecting your eyes. Kale is notably high in oxalates, naturally occurring compounds. These oxalates have a tendency to bind with minerals like calcium and zinc, two elements absolutely vital for eye health, particularly for the retina and the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. When oxalates bind with these minerals, they form tiny, insoluble crystals that are difficult for your body to absorb. Essentially, this process can rob your eyes of the very nutrition they need to stay strong and functional. I've seen patients who are doing everything else right. They don't smoke, they exercise regularly, they stay well hydrated, and yet they present with complaints of persistent eye fatigue, increasingly blurred vision, or a strange, bothersome haze when exposed to bright sunlight. They are understandably confused and often frustrated. When I inquire about their diet, many proudly state, "Oh, I have a big kale smoothie every single morning for my health." They never suspected that something so lauded, so green and clean, could harbor such hidden consequences for their eyesight. This isn't about instilling fear or demonizing kale entirely. It's about understanding balance and proper preparation. Kale certainly has nutritional value. However, lightly steaming or sautéing kale can significantly break down these oxalate compounds, making its beneficial nutrients more bioavailable and reducing the risk of mineral binding. So, if you've been habitually tossing handfuls of raw kale into your blender each day, believing it's the ultimate health elixir, it might be time to reconsider that routine for the sake of your long-term vision. Because if a leafy green as celebrated as kale can quietly obstruct the path of nutrients your eyes depend on, what other familiar foods in your kitchen, with their comforting crunch or familiar taste, could be hiding similar secrets? Let's talk about one of America's favorite tangy treats: pickled vegetables. Their flavor is undeniably bold, but so, potentially, are the consequences for your eyes. Pickled vegetables, tasty but treacherous. There's a certain nostalgia, a comforting familiarity associated with pickled vegetables. Whether it's the satisfying crunch of a dill pickle alongside your sandwich, the sharp tang of sauerkraut complementing a bratwurst, or the earthy bite of pickled beets in a summer salad, These foods often transport us back to family gatherings, cherished old recipes, and perhaps simpler times. They taste sharp, vivid, undeniably alive. But beneath that appealing flavor profile and deep-rooted tradition lies a truth that can be difficult to swallow. These beloved pickled foods may be quietly, progressively damaging your vision, one salty, acidic bite at a time. Pickled vegetables are, by their very nature, packed with sodium, and not just a mere pinch. A single serving of many commercially pickled items can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium, far exceeding what aging eyes and their delicate blood vessels can safely and comfortably handle on a regular basis. Excess sodium intake is well known to elevate blood pressure systemically. More specifically, it places considerable strain on the fragile capillaries within the eyes, especially those nourishing the retina. Over time, this sustained pressure can weaken the vessel walls, leading to microbleeds, contributing to blurred vision and potentially causing hypertensive retinopathy, a condition many older adults may not even realize they have until their eyesight has already begun to noticeably dim. To make matters worse, many commercially available pickles and pickled products contain artificial preservatives and synthetic colorings. These are compounds that have been linked in various studies to increased inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body. These aren't just isolated threats to your eyes. They place an additional burden on your entire circulatory system, which, of course, includes the crucial blood flow to your brain. That daily pickle you enjoy for its zesty flavor kick might, over time, be subtly dulling not just your vision, but also your cognitive sharpness. I've spoken with seniors who've said, "Doctor, I only have a couple of pickles a day. Surely that can't be so bad, can it?" But when vision starts to fade and memory begins to falter, like a favorite old record with a scratch, we often find ourselves wishing we could turn back time and undo those seemingly small, insignificant choices. Like habitually reaching for that jar of pickles. And if your pickle habit could be contributing to this, imagine what happens when a food you've always considered heart-healthy, like garlic, starts to work against your eyes. What you're about to learn next might surprise you even more. If you're still watching and finding these insights to be valuable and thought-provoking, please do me a favor and comment with the number 1 below. It's wonderful to know you're here with me. Now, let's continue to point number 4. Garlic in high doses. Powerful, but potentially risky. Garlic, that pungent, flavorful bulb, has long been celebrated in kitchens across America and around the globe. It's not just a culinary staple, it's revered as a natural remedy. For generations, it has been hailed as a protector of the heart, a fighter of high cholesterol, even a purifier of the blood. And truthfully, garlic does possess some incredible health-promoting properties. However, as is the case with many potent things in life, too much of a good thing can quietly transform into a hidden danger, especially for older adults. When consumed in large quantities, particularly in its raw form or as highly concentrated supplements, garlic acts as a potent natural blood thinner. Now, that might initially sound beneficial, especially for seniors who are understandably concerned about heart health or stroke risk. But here's the critical aspect that many don't realize. Blood that is too thin can inadvertently lead to tiny, spontaneous internal bleeds in fragile areas of the body, and the eyes are particularly vulnerable. The retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of your eye, is intricately laced with a network of incredibly delicate capillaries, some thinner than a single strand of human hair. As we age, these tiny blood vessels naturally become more fragile and susceptible to damage. If you then introduce a powerful blood-thinning agent like high-dose garlic, especially if it's in conjunction with prescribed anticoagulant medications such as aspirin or warfarin, the risk of conditions like vitreous hemorrhage, bleeding into the gel-like substance that fills the eye, an increase in floaters, and sudden, alarming episodes of blurred vision increases significantly. Some of my patients have described these experiences as suddenly seeing through a smoky haze or noticing abrupt flashes of light that weren't there before. They had absolutely no idea that the garlic they were so proudly and regularly consuming for its purported circulatory benefits could, in fact, be the very thing disrupting the delicate vascular system behind their precious sight. Balance, as with so many things in health, is paramount. A clove of garlic sautéed in your pasta sauce? Wonderful. Enjoy it. A daily raw garlic smoothie chased with concentrated garlic supplements? That's when the potential for healing can veer into harmful territory. Your body, and especially your eyes, thrive on balanced nourishment, not on overcorrection or excessive intervention. So the next time you reach for that garlic capsule or consider adding multiple raw cloves to your meal, pause and ask yourself, am I genuinely helping my body, or could I be unknowingly straining it? Because if garlic, one of nature's most respected healers, can silently harm your eyes when overused, then imagine what the deceptive sweetness of something as seemingly simple and wholesome as canned corn might be concealing. What's truly hiding in that golden syrupy bite might just shock you. If you're still here and these connections are making sense, please type a 1 in the comments. It lets me know I'm on the right track for you. Canned corn. Convenient, but stripping your vision. There's an undeniable comfort and convenience associated with canned corn. It's warm, sweet, and that familiar golden hue evokes a sense of nostalgia, like a little piece of summer sunshine preserved in a tin. It's a frequent guest on dinner tables across America, appearing in everything from hearty Thanksgiving casseroles to quick weeknight side dishes. For many seniors, it feels familiar, incredibly easy to prepare, and inherently safe. But behind that appealing sweetness and effortless convenience lies a quiet, often overlooked truth. Canned corn, when consumed regularly, may be subtly stealing the clarity from your eyes without you ever noticing. Unlike fresh or even frozen corn, which generally retain a significant portion of their natural nutritional value, canned corn undergoes heavy processing. During the canning process, much of the vital lutein and zeaxanthin, two incredibly powerful antioxidants absolutely essential for protecting the retina, are unfortunately lost or significantly diminished. These crucial nutrients play a key role in filtering harmful high-energy blue light, the kind emitted from screens and the sun, and are instrumental in preventing age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which stands as one of the leading causes of irreversible vision loss in older adults. So, when you consistently rely on canned corn as a regular side dish, perhaps thinking it's a harmless and easy vegetable option, you're essentially providing your body with calories, but without the vital protective nutrients your eyes desperately need to combat the stresses of aging and environmental factors. To compound the issue, most commercially canned corn varieties are packed with excess sodium and often hidden sugars, sometimes disguised under labels like seasoned or sweet kernel. Over time, a diet high in sodium can contribute to increased intraocular pressure, the pressure inside your eye, placing undue strain on the optic nerve. Simultaneously, added sugars contribute to systemic inflammation, which can silently erode not just your vision, but your overall vascular health, affecting blood flow throughout your body. I've met older patients who've remarked, "It's just corn, doctor. What real harm can it possibly do?" But it's these small, seemingly insignificant dietary habits, repeated day in and day out, that collectively shape the health we carry into our later years. And sometimes, it's the most innocent-seeming, convenient foods that can inflict the most lasting hidden harm. So, before you reach for that can opener for your next meal, pause for a moment. Consider opting for fresh or frozen corn instead. It's a simple, straightforward shift that could make a profound difference in preserving your ability to read your favorite books, drive safely, and clearly recognize the beloved faces of your family and friends. Want to know which vegetables actually heal and protect your eyes? After learning about the vegetables that, under certain circumstances, may be slowly compromising your sight, it's perfectly natural and indeed essential to ask, well, doctor, what should I be eating instead? What foods can genuinely support my vision, help keep my mind sharp, and contribute to a strong, healthy heart as I age? The wonderful news is that the answers aren't hidden in some obscure, expensive health food store or locked away in a pricey supplement bottle. They are readily available right there in your local grocery store or perhaps even flourishing in your own garden if you're fortunate enough to have one. Let's start with carrots, the age-old, undisputed champion of eye health. Rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, carrots are absolutely essential for protecting the surface of the eye, cornea, and are vital for good vision, including enhancing your ability to see in low light conditions. Then there's the vibrant red bell pepper. Often overlooked in favor of its green counterpart, red bell peppers are quietly loaded with vitamin C and an array of powerful antioxidants. These compounds help reduce inflammation throughout the body and significantly strengthen the blood vessels in your eyes, contributing to overall retinal health. Or take kale, but this time when it's gently cooked, steamed, or lightly sautéed. Prepared this way, it becomes a veritable powerhouse of lutein and zeaxanthin. As we touched upon earlier, these two critical nutrients act like natural internal sunglasses for your retina, shielding it from damaging blue light and substantially reducing the risk of macular degeneration and cataracts. And please, don't underestimate the humble ripe tomato. Filled with lycopene, a potent antioxidant, tomatoes help fight oxidative stress not just in your eyes, but throughout your entire vascular system. This supports the health of your heart and brain, effectively helping them stay younger and function optimally for longer. These aren't fleeting dietary trends or fads. These are nature's gifts, their benefits proven by science, ready and waiting to become a regular, delicious part of your daily plate. The key isn't just about eating vegetables, it's about eating the right ones, prepared in the right way, with care, consistency, and conscious intention. But remember, even the healthiest vegetables can lose some of their power if we cook them improperly or if our overall dietary patterns and lifestyle choices don't support their benefits. What you do after your meal and your daily habits might be just as crucial as what's on your plate. Protecting your sight truly starts at the table, but it extends beyond it. Growing older doesn't mean you have to surrender your vision or your vitality. It means becoming wiser, more discerning, and more intentional with every bite you take, every habit you cultivate, and every choice you make. The vegetables we've discussed today, those that can pose a risk, aren't inherently evil. In fact, some of them, like spinach and kale, are incredibly nutritious when prepared and consumed thoughtfully. But when we fall into patterns of harmful cooking habits or consistently rely on overly processed versions, we can slowly, unwittingly chip away at the health of our eyes, our minds, and our hearts. Your eyesight is so much more than just the ability to read an eye chart or drive a car. It's about witnessing your grandchildren's infectious smiles, watching the vibrant colors of the seasons change, and instantly recognizing the faces of those you hold dear. That clarity, that connection to the world is invaluable and worth protecting with every measure you can take. It is never, ever too late to change course, to swap out a potentially dangerous dish for a healing one, to adopt a new, healthier habit. So I encourage you, start today. Take a fresh look at what you eat, reconsider how you prepare your food, and reflect on how those choices are supporting your long-term well-being. Every small, positive shift truly matters, because good vision is not merely a gift bestowed upon the young, it is a precious reward earned through wisdom and mindful living. If this message has resonated with you, if it sparked a desire for positive change, please share it. Help another senior, perhaps a friend or family member, protect their vision before it's too late. Because when we protect our eyes, we don't just see the world more clearly, we stay deeply connected to it and to each other. These lessons, these insights, are shared with the sincere hope of inspiring you to live your life fully, vibrantly, and authentically. Now, I would be truly grateful to hear from you. Please take a moment to reflect and share in the comments below. What is one thing you've learned from our discussion today that you plan to apply in your own life? Let's support one another on this journey toward embracing these truths and safeguarding our health. If this video has resonated with you and found it helpful, please leave a comment with the number 1. If, for any reason, it didn't meet your expectations, feel free to comment with a 0. Your honest feedback is incredibly important and helps me create better, more impactful content for you. Don't forget to like this video, share it with those you care about, and subscribe to our channel for more vital health insights like this. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to living life with clarity on your own terms.